Hey, welcome to the show. And today we have a special guest who's a sophomore at Northwestern University, Avi Webb. Hi, Avi.
Hi.
Welcome to the show.
Hi. Be here.
First thing I want to ask you is you chose Northwestern as an early decision school.
Yeah.
So, what was it that prompted you to choose Northwestern?
So first of all, I was actually very apprehensive about early decision itself because I wasn't very sure of where I wanted to go, and in fact, the thing that prompted me was the deadline being extended.
Okay.
So there are two strategies that people usually take. They either apply to an early action, which is good enough, and then apply to their dream schools as regulars, which is also a great strategy. And the other is early decision. If you know the one school where you really want to go and you think that you'd do really well, you just apply early decision right there. So for me, I took a while to discover that Northwestern was the school that I really wanted to go to. It's mainly because of my interests. I'm interested in economics, computer science, and math. And I thought that Northwestern would be one of the few schools that allows me to flexibly pursue these interests and pursue them in a way that I didn't feel that anything was left behind. Also, at the same time, in some schools, there are pressures. People think that some groups of students are superior to other groups of students.
Okay.
Like, for example, at some universities, people think that computer science students are the gods. And I didn't think that this was that prevalent at Northwestern. At the same time, I thought that the student life was pretty good and there was a good mix of sports. I've always been interested in sport. I don't claim to be good at all, but that's why I thought that Northwestern had a good mix of the things. That's what prompted me to think that Northwestern was the one school that I wanted to go to.
And undoubtedly, the beautiful campus.
Yeah, definitely the beautiful campus helped.
You mentioned flexibility.
Yeah.
Can you take courses across every school? For example, can you take courses in the Kellogg School as freely?
So courses across the many schools of Northwestern, such as the music school, the College of Arts and Sciences, the engineering school. Basically, all the schools of Northwestern are pretty open. You get a lot of choice to like take a class in music or like I took a class in architecture and class in philosophy and such and such. So I mean it is pretty open that way, but with respect to Kellogg, which is specifically a graduate school and specifically focuses on programs like the MBA, it's a little tougher. So Northwestern does offer a business program within the College of Arts and Sciences, but supplemental to that, if you want to take classes at the management school, there's a certificate in financial economics and another in managerial analytics, which you need to complete like a host of prerequisites to get into and then apply to the certificate. About 100 people take the certificate every year, and I mean, I'm personally hoping to get into that myself. But it has like a 70% acceptance rate, which even when you say 100 people get in, you think that it's something only reserved for a few people. But I think that mainly it's the prerequisites which deter people, and because the MBA level courses, they want a certain background and they're taught by MBA professors. I'm going to start with the bad things and then move on to the good things. It's really bad because sometimes your holidays don't coordinate with your friends. Like for example, in my winter break, I have just like 10 days to spend with my friends over here. But at the same time, it allows you to take 12 classes on an average as opposed to 10. So that is some sort of a benefit, but it may amount to the same thing because some of our classes may be shorter than semester classes and they may be combined and things like that. For example, our multivariable calculus is done in 2 quarters, but in a semester school it's done in 1 quarter. So, I mean, you do get a lot more flexibility. For example, if you get a professor who you don't like, which hopefully you won't, you will only have to bear him for 3 months rather than 4 months. Overall, the quarter system is very nice because the pace of things moves faster and you get to do a lot more selection of classes. So like, if something doesn't interest you, you get out of it fast. If something else comes up that interests you, you get to go into it soon. So just things like that, it allows you to pursue your interests in a better way.
And it sort of forces you to be more structured.
Yeah.
Every month you have exams or every...
Yeah. Couple of clubs that I joined which I really enjoyed were a microfinance club called Lend. So we provide small loans of up to $10,000 to small Evanston entrepreneurs, and we're partnered with the First Bank and Trust, and we have a board of directors which comprises of people from very prestigious places. So I think that's a great learning experience in the lending sphere, and even getting to know the community and helping the community. Another interesting thing is the Federal Reserve Challenge Team. There's this competition which is held at the Federal Reserve Bank every year, and we take part in it, and Northwestern has seen some success in that in the past. And I think it's very interesting because it allows us to explore new theories which we wouldn't have encountered otherwise.
And this is a national challenge.
Yeah, exactly. Another is there's a business club which has a team which focuses on technology development. We learn some Python, we learn some GitHub, HTML, CSS, JavaScript basic stuff, which I think has been very useful. A couple of us took part in some hackathons, and we saw some success in those. And lastly, I mean, I like to play some recreational tennis a little. I'm not good at all. I'm probably the last person you'd select on my team. But every Monday, we'd play about 2 hours of tennis at night, and that's a nice unwind.
Another thing I've read is there's this sort of tense relationship that the college students have with the wealthy neighborhood of Evanston. How true is that?
I don't think it's that tense of a neighborhood. Mainly, I mean, through this microfinance society that I've joined, I've had a chance to interact with the community a lot. And it's a very nice community. They're very welcoming towards students. And in fact, some of them call you for lunch and dinner and stuff like that. So it's very welcoming. But I mean, as most elderly people would, they don't like students making noise, and that can be a little irritating. Like, they shut down one of the best pubs in the area called the Keg, and joined only like a year ago. I didn't get a chance to experience that, and those sort of things are slightly irritating. So like, there's not that much nightlife in Evanston. You need to move. You need to go far away, and stuff like that is a bit of a tension. But otherwise, the Evanston community is very welcoming, and it's a lovely town to be in. The most fun I had was during Welcome Week. The highlight for me was they took us to Six Flags. They booked the entire park out for us. And I mean, it was the first time I'd gone to an amusement park after like 10 years. So I was scared out of my mind, but it was really good fun. And then there are other traditions such as the March Through the Arch, which a lot of people speak about. So you walk through in your Northwestern colors, actually this t-shirt, through the arch, and you go with your class of whatever 4,000 people. So, and you meet your parents, wave them goodbye, hug them. It's a kind of emotional experience to a certain extent, and it's a lot of fun at the same time. So I thought Wildcat Welcome was one of the best traditions I've witnessed at Northwestern.
Okay, thank you so much, Avi, for sharing that with us.
Yeah.
It was a great pleasure to have you
Thank
on
you.
the show.
Thank you. It was a pleasure being here.
Please click the subscribe button below. Like me at facebook.com/ChetChat101. Follow my Twitter handle, ChetChat101, or at Instagram, ChetChat101. Please leave your comments in the sections below. And if you'd like me to feature any particular college, please let me know. Thank you.